Good day, everybody. It is about a quarter after 1 on the 29th of November 2024. Well, it looks like November's about over, and unlike in the West, the first day of winter is the first of December in these countries, maybe in Russia as well, I can imagine. Anyway, they make it a lot easier. So I think the first day of summer is the 1st of June. It's not like the 21st of June, which is in the United States. Make everything confusing, make it on strange days. So you have over here 3 months. It's one season, 3 months is another, and 3 months is, as you know, blah, 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 blah. So I'm in Nyamiga right now. Normally this is a really nice place in the summertime. It's a little chilly right now. Maybe it's going to be nice when it's snowy. These are some of the houses that survived World War II bombings right here. Nice things. There's a real nice bookstore, used bookstore, right over there. And here's some really crappy modern art crap. Who knows what the heck that is? Some kind of a scarf or something on a wagon wheel. I don't know. Maybe it's got some kind of a significant meaning. Who knows? Anyway, around here there are also places to wine and dine. I think that's a beer tent. Looks like some people are sitting in there. I mean, I was here in the summer, I didn't see anybody in there. But now that it's winter, I don't know. Somebody's drinking beer. Yesterday in the video, if any of you saw that video, there was a guy that came up to me trying to get me to drink a beer, and I said, oh no, he said he'll pay for it, go to a shop or something. He had no place to sit, it's pretty cold. I don't even know if I do that in the summertime, just sit around and drink a beer. Like over here they have these big bottles. It's sometimes even up to 2-liter bottles. So what's popular are these, like, at least 1 liter. Normally those are not as popular. You need 1.5 liters or 2 liters at least, and that's what people normally buy. I don't know. I just like one beer. I don't like to sit around and drink a bunch of beer. So that's how that is. So we talk about the news here, and there's a lot of little things. Some of the other news I've been putting out the last couple days is normally not so much, but significant. And you find it significant from the perspective of those of us that use our brains, and maybe those that just listen to the mainstream news in the West and don't use their brain. They let them, supposedly the news or the people that run the news, do their thinking for them. And to most of us, it looks very significant that the United States continues to provoke Russia, and it's very dangerous. And a lot of people are talking about this. Tulsi Gabbard, I'll talk about her. That's one of my favorites, one of the most rational people. Very, very good human, sounds to me. Most of the things that she's talks about is spot on. And, there's a lot of people I like that seem intelligent. There's Candace Owens, another woman. And most of the time I like what she has to say too. But you have a lot of these other crazy women like Nikki Haley. I'll talk about her too, in comparison to Tulsi Gabbard. She really, really, really tried to attack Tulsi Gabbard, but I think I think she's pissed off. She's very envious or jealous of Tulsi Gabbard, because she didn't get a position. I mean, Nikki Haley, and Tulsi Gabbard did. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, and it's very strange, is this war in Syria seems to be on again. I was wondering, for the most part, on why it ended, in the first place. And maybe it kind of turned down, maybe because of Donald Trump, I don't know, because he beat Al-Qaeda, which of course he didn't do. And it was, strangely enough, who is Al-Qaeda, and we all know who that is. They wouldn't exist. It's just a bunch of people that get a lot of money from the West, from Israel and the United States, in order to try to overthrow the government of Bashar Assad. And when the money kind of was stopping or slowing down, it wasn't going too well. And remember, they were stealing the oil, which Syria doesn't have that much, but they were stealing it and pumping it in through Turkey. And it was Erdogan's son that was getting a lot of the proceeds through the Goldman Sachs bank at that time. And I don't know, Erdogan, it makes you really wonder why he who are his friends, why he has friends, why, I don't know. You never know. I was just talking to a Turkish girl. Really, matter of fact, I was on the metro. I came over here with her, and she's, I guess, probably going over there. If you can see the flashing lights and things, that's a shopping mall. That's Galleria Shopping Mall. And right behind there, the taller dark building also is the DoubleTree Inn, so like Hilton Hotel. And there's a couple of other hotels over there, you know. And on the other side, there's that's a big hotel over there. That you see that tall building. Maybe I'll be walking over that way, and there you can take tours to like Hatay. The buses stop right by that hotel. It's I don't know. How do I tell you which one is the hotel? Let me see. As we're walking right now, there's this monument here. It's called the Island of Tears, and it's going to be almost blocking the hotel, just so you see what the hotel is. And the Island of Tears is, of course, to commemorate the fallen soldiers that fought in Afghanistan. So I'll tell you what, I'll walk up there just so you can take a look at it. I won't need to explain it anymore because we're talking about news right now anyway. And anyhow, if you guys remember Syria, you know, and like I said, I'm curious of why that ever stopped in the first place. And the United States has also stayed there, and their main base is Al-Tanf, but they've got a few other places, and they control different terrorist organizations through there. There's some that are nearby there, and the U.S. of course gives them aid and weapons and all that. And I think I talked about this maybe it was even yesterday, the day before, and I don't even remember her name. I should really try to find that video, and you guys should really see it if you find out who this person is. She was a high up, but not really high, in the State Department, and she was talking about how the United States owns 1/3 of Syria. It's ours. We own it, you know, and ours is going to be nice, and we're going to make sure that the rest of Syria stays in rubble and poor. And it made me curious back then. Well, why would they even do that? And now I guess we're getting our answers, because they still want to overthrow Bashar al-Assad. A lot of kids. And for anybody's information, because I tell you what, I know a guy, and he doesn't like the Syrians or anything like that. He's this kind of a staunch Christian from a different country, and he talks about how bad those Muslims are. And it's they're hearing English, so. And they distracted me, damn them anyway. But he doesn't realize that Bashar al-Assad is a Christian, and I think 30% of the population approximately of Syria is Christian. And when Al-Qaeda was going through there, of course they were raping Christian women and all. And there was just now a video that was surfacing, very strange, and it was the same thing that was happening in the Christian churches at that time. The Israelis are now doing it to Christian churches in Gaza. And I'm trying to get through all these people. Oh, people are taking photos. Whoops. Okay. Made it. Big crowds there, see? And yeah, the same thing, desecrating, I don't know, icons or something for Virgin Mary and whatever. That would make it probably a Catholic church, but I believe I heard it was an Orthodox church. But I think they have, different denominations of Christianity there. But anyhow, so how can a Christian say they're in favor of seeing other Christians getting killed? I don't know. A lot of things are going on strange today, and you guys are all the same as I am. I don't understand it. I don't think it can be explained. People, I don't know, people don't ever stop and think for themselves. So they don't really, I don't know, they misinterpret information that they're watching, or they believe what the fake news tells them, or fake governments. God, yeah, I don't even want to think about all the fake stuff, or how we're all faked out and fooled. So, okay. That sort of leaves us to thinking about Hillary Clinton again. And Hillary Clinton, that coincides with Nikki Haley and her spit and vinegar, what she was spewing out at Tulsi Gabbard. I saw this tape, I couldn't believe it. And she's still talking about Russia, that what was she saying? Tulsi Gabbard's a it's like, I think most people don't buy this anymore, especially all of the Trump supporters, because they know how it was, aimed at Trump. But I think she's saying that Tulsi Gabbard is an asset of Russia. Making it sound like a see. And she went to and talked to Bashar al-Assad. You see? Huh? I don't know. It's like people, I don't know. Sometimes you wonder, are these people evil? Are they really evil? And I remember I just saw somebody was doing an interview with Tucker Carlson, and he was saying that these people are evil, that this is evil. The deep state is evil. And he's meaning it as not in just like a sense that, oh, these are bad people, but I think he's saying like Satan is in charge, I don't know. I'm not going to go that far. But Hillary Clinton, she was the one, remember, in Benghazi, and at the beginning of what was happening there in Libya, it was, I don't know if you guys don't remember this probably, but it was the British that actually made the initial invasion. And I remember that. I was so shocked, and of course it was downplayed for a long time after that, and they landed on the beaches near Benghazi, and after that, the first big target was Benghazi, to take Benghazi. And then not long after that, Cynthia McKinney, remember, Congressman of I don't know if she was a congressman of Georgia at that time, she was visiting what's the capital? Not Benghazi, capital of Libya, whatever the capital of Libya is, you guys probably know. Anyway, she was there visiting the university, and while she was there, the United States was bombing the university. It's like, oh, terrorists are there. Yeah, right. Just like all these terrorists are in the apartment buildings in Gaza and all over in Beirut, and even far north of Beirut in the historic cities and all that. I don't know. I just don't even want to think about this. It makes you all sick, doesn't it? It's not the great things and all these great people. I'll get back to Netanyahu too in a minute. I've got so much stuff to cover. Maybe I got to sit here and stand and maybe just show you guys the water. Not a nice view anyway, huh? Do that, nice and peaceful. So, yes, she was shoveling weapons through the embassy into Syria, and then that's when it all started. And what was it? Benghazi was the financial center of Libya, and then she got these weapons, and then they took over the financial center of Syria, which was Aleppo. Of course, that's near Turkey. And apparently Turkey has now, everybody was thinking they're going to take part of Syria, where Aleppo was at, because they had a heavy presence there. But apparently right now, there seems to be some sort of assistance between Turkey, Syria, and Russia as trying to get some of these terrorists, which I really think that's fantastic, because these terrorists, as you all know, and I think they have this name, and they say, oh, it's the new name for al-Nusra, and al-Nusra, oh, that's Al-Qaeda, and Al-Qaeda, what's Al-Qaeda? Oh, that's the toilet, that means toilet. And I have an Arabic guy in my class, I should ask him if that's true, if Al-Qaeda means toilet, oh, I got to go to the Al-Qaeda and drop a vote for Nikki Haley. I don't know. So yeah, and of course Hillary Clinton was proud of all that. She said, and when she, actually she's like admitting that the United States was behind killing Gaddafi. Remember, we came, we saw, he died. Nikki Haley, she's the same type of person. That's why she hates Tulsi Gabbard, because Tulsi Gabbard doesn't want to get into any of this extraneous kind of stuff, just for the sake of being evil. I wonder, Nikki Haley, I don't know if she's married. I think Netanyahu, he's married. Boy, can you imagine that? You can make a movie, Satan and Satan's Bride. Hillary Clinton's a little bit too old for old Netanyahu. Nikki Haley, she might fit right in there. But aside from all that, there's also some hostilities going on in Pakistan. It was really strange. I was reading about that. I didn't hear about that today, but there was some things heating up, and I don't know if that's the United States behind that. It's I think some people from supporters of Imran Khan, and I believe that election was skewered to make sure that he gets out of there, because he was getting too close to Russia, and they had to get out of there. And that also makes me wonder. I was thinking, when Barack Obama was originally running for president the first time, and I couldn't believe this. He was giving one of his um, but thinks he loves, what he wants to do when he's president. And I was thinking, what, did he really say that? It's sort of like Bill Gates saying he wants to reduce the world population, through vaccination. And I said, what the heck? Does anybody listen to what this guy's saying? But after that, what was I saying? This guy distracted me, coming up from me from behind here. Holy crap. Where is he? Oh, right over there. Who was I talking about? Oh, Obama. He was saying he wanted to go to war with Pakistan. And that was really shocking. And then I remember also, right soon after that, there was a person, an American, and he was caught by the Pakistanis because I think he assassinated two Pakistani policemen. And what they found on him, one of these things was a laser pointer. And we had these in the military back in the 80s even, And what you do is you point it at a target, and it's like it marks the target, and it guides a U.S. missile towards that target. So I'll tell you what, when you hear about some of these advanced weapons, like maybe from Russia, or that I don't know, other countries are getting something that's advanced, and some of these drones are really getting, they can swarm, and they all, I don't know. You can see what China has. I don't know, and they're not using it for military purposes at the moment, but what they can make drones do, it's just unbelievable. As you know, DJI is Chinese. I think that's Shenzhen is where the company is made, or where the company is from. A very, very modern city, and with millions and millions of people there. It's very nice. It's sort of like, forget it. I don't want to get into all these things. Anyway, it's a very nice city, I'll just say that. But anyway, these laser pointers, we had that in the 80s, and you point it at some kind of a target, and it marks the target, and a U.S. laser-guided bomb will come and hit that target where you use this laser. And this guy, and what his name was at that time, I'll tell you what, I knew this guy. I didn't know him really, but I knew who he was, and I saw him. He was in the unit that I was in, and Obama was threatening Pakistan that he's going to bomb Pakistan unless they let this guy go. So he was like a really big asset, and I'm thinking, wow, what kind of a unit was I in? He's I don't know. I talked enough about it anyway. But anyway, this guy, his name, which is not his real name, but I think you can even find him in Wikipedia. If you look under the name, I think his name is Raymond Davis. But Obama was furious, and it was just one guy, and Pakistan wasn't going to kill him or nothing, but they had apprehended him, and I was thinking before it was a trial, and Obama said, you let him go immediately or we're going to go to war against you. About one guy. It makes you wonder, this guy, what is this guy? Anyway, he was like the section chief for the CIA. If somebody out there sends this to somebody who's going to interview Larry Johnson or some of the other people that worked in the CIA, I'd like to, if you can send this video to them that interview these people, and then I'd like to see if somebody can find out some more information on this guy and what this whole thing is all about, But it's because it's the honest to God truth that I'm telling you, that Obama was going to go to war against Pakistan just for one guy. And obviously Pakistan had to let this guy go. But anyway, what I'm saying, another tangent, but what I'm saying is there's some hostilities heating up there, and I don't really know, because the government now that the U.S. apparently assisted in putting in place, he's also cozying up to Russia. And I'm thinking, wow, they're not going to like that so much, so you never know. And it looks like America has got some assets. We're talking about intelligence assets, and in Pakistan. And as you know, like you have different intelligence agencies from different countries. Now there's Israel and maybe Britain, I'm not too sure. But the United States and Israel, they don't only have intelligence gathering offices, but they have sabotage offices. You guys all know that. They've got assassination teams both in Israel and the United States. But Russia, obviously, they don't have that. And most countries don't. They just gather intelligence, and that's what it's all about. And the United States, like I said, they have a department that does operations, which is much, much different. There's only a few. Like I said, I only know of Israel and the United States. I don't think there's anybody else really that go around and assassinate people and plant bombs and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really fun things, you know. Now let's get to Netanyahu. Yesterday, I don't think it was today. Anyway, just recently, Netanyahu said that the ceasefire that he has right now with Hezbollah, or not with Hezbollah, with I guess it's with Lebanon, because they were going after Lebanon as a whole and not just Hezbollah. Matter of fact, most places where they were bombing, there wasn't any Hezbollah. They were just bombing it. So, but I believe maybe the ceasefires through Hezbollah. I'm not too sure because they killed most of the top leaders of Hezbollah. So, but anyway, it's a ceasefire, and some people are saying, that means that Israel lost. But I don't know. They said they're going to use this ceasefire. It might have been because of getting some sort of a pressure from who knows where. I don't know, because the Kamala Harris already lost, so it wouldn't be from the United States, or would it be? Anyway, to stop the hostilities. Maybe they're running out of bombs, and apparently he said something like that. America's been a little bit more stingy lately. It's probably because they're now, as you all notice, they're starting to go after or supply Ukraine much more now. Again, you know, like the very strange. First you had Ukraine, and then you had this thing popping up supposedly about a year ago or whatever with Israel, and Zelensky was crying because he didn't get all the bombs and things that he wanted, but now they're switching back again. I don't know. Maybe they're getting really fickle. So anyway, that's what's happening. I'm going to kind of go somewhere else. You guys are probably, you know, don't like this beautiful scenery. I don't even know what that thing is, that tent over there. So I'll go past this monument first. There's less people, so all the kids are gone. And what else now? Anyway, he's using this ceasefire to, and this sounds very familiar, to build up a powerful, and he says, what is it called? I wrote here, to prepare for an intense war. That was his words. He didn't say, we're just going to get a bunch of weapons, you know, maybe in case self-defense. He said and he told the Israeli people, he's told them, prepare for an intense war, but he's going to need time. He wants to replenish all of the, you know, they used a lot of bombs, more bombs than I think was dropped in the entirety of World War II. He dropped on Gaza alone, and the most powerful conventional bombs that the United States has to offer, I think maybe short, I don't know if they were bunker busters. What was this Moab, I think mother of all bombs, I think, Moab, what the U.S. has. I don't know if they were any of those. I don't know how many they have of those. But anyway, other bombs that nobody really ever wants to drop in any residential areas, but Netanyahu got them, and he did. You know, nobody else would ever use them. Huge, powerful bombs. You guys have seen the footage, you know. So anyway, he's going to drastically expand the military-industrial complex of Israel, and they do make weapons, and they do alter weapons a lot of time. They take weapons from Canada and all this, and they alter them, and they do make them better, which is strange. But as we saw with the American tanks and even Israeli tanks, they're not quite so good after all. I think the days of tanks are fading out, and they're going to be making much less tanks, I think, in the future, because as you see, they're all sitting ducks because they have drones now, and the drones can hunt down the tanks. So Russia's having a lot of fun destroying all these tanks. I don't even know if the tanks are bringing much of anything. You know, Russian tanks are better, but and a matter of fact, Ukraine has more drones than Russia, but I don't know if Russia's using that many tanks, to be honest with you. So also in Georgia, they're not letting go of the Republic of Georgia. They're really going for that, apparently. And it's mostly the European Union, but of course the European Union is nothing but a puppet of the United States. So it's the U.S. It's the U.S. doing this stuff. I mean, they're still starting these hostilities all over. Syria, look at that. They're expanding it in Ukraine, strangely enough, and all over the place. But Georgia, and they're now using agent provocateurs. They're destroying government properties and things and fighting against the policemen. They're getting maybe some bombs, Molotov cocktails. If they come out with some things much worse, then of course the people will abandon that side anyway. But most of this stuff, the worst part of this is because the government right now, they said that they are not going to continue with accession talks into the European Union, and until I think it's 2028. And of course, this is being used as a pretext to, start another color revolution. And, they were just waiting for something. Some of these people were in the street, a lot of it. There's not really, there is quite a bit, but it's not enough to, not like what was going on in Ukraine when the United States did that. Remember, Victoria Nuland and the United States admitted they spent billions of dollars to try to overthrow the government of Yanukovych back in those days, and Victoria Nuland passing out cookies, the Cookie Monster. So anyway, they put these negotiations on hold, and what else? It's just and the European Union, I guess they said they want to continue with these. This is incredible. They want to continue with these protests and maybe some of this destructive behavior until the government steps down, because they, according to the European Union, which I don't even know if they were observing the election or not, but they're ticked off. The United States really, really, really wants that, because it looks like it's getting back to be another huge, huge goal to destroy Russia, to bring Russia to its knees, to a strategic defeat. And they want a two-front war, and the other front, of course, is supposed to be Georgia. So they're really, really, really going for Georgia. But it's really strange, the Democrats lost the election, and that means the deep state, for the time being. It's not that the deep state is out or lost, which includes Nikki Haley, of course, or John Bolton, but it's, I don't know, how do you say this? It's not that they're gone, but there's still people in the deep state active, and I guess it shows because they're trying to keep all this stuff alive. And some people will even say that Elon Musk is part of the deep state because he's got tremendous contracts with the military-industrial complex, and a lot of them are really top secret. So who knows what these are all about. So Elon Musk is doing something with weapons, I believe, because it's with the Department of Defense. So makes you wonder what's going on. And then he was also involved with trying to overthrow Venezuela, apparently, according to Maduro, which makes it sound strange. A lot of things that Elon Musk does, it sounds really, decent and all that sort of thing. But I guess you never know. You never know. A lot of people never know about Trump either. And he put Tulsi Gabbard, and so many people are fuming. John Bolton is fuming that Tulsi Gabbard is where she is, and she has oversight of all these intelligence agencies, and obviously so is Nikki Haley. These are born, bred to the bone, all the way to the bone, deep state people. Really, well, Nikki Haley, I think she's more hateful than John Bolton. But these people, they want wars. They want to see a lot of dead bodies. The United States in general wants to see how many Ukrainians they can get killed, because they're Slavic peoples. So a lot of people in the Russian side here, not just the people on the street, but the people in the news and stuff, and they're all shaking their heads about. And I this is them saying it, that how stupid the Ukrainians are for falling for this, being puppets. What are they called? Useful idiots, to kill their own brothers and sisters in Russia. But a lot of that, as you know, comes from the Banderite ideology, and and the United States, I think, was feathering that back in the 1950s too. I'm not so up to be sure on all that. We got to look into it. So also now Mark Zuckerberg, he's kissing up to Donald Trump. No surprise, I guess. And some people were trying to say that, Donald Trump invited him, but it turns out it wasn't. It was initiated by Mark Zuckerberg, just in case you want to know. And because I think then they had dinner at Mar-a-Lago or something, so Trump invited him or let him come there, or whatever the deal is on that. Okay, and this new bomb, Oreshnikov, same sort of a name. The USA, I guess they realize that is a big deal. They're acting like, for public consumption, that it's not such a big deal, but obviously it is. And what they're doing is they are putting in some big money. And I saw this. It was $138 billion into reviving or upgrading the nuclear arsenals of the United States. You know, I think I heard about this before, but they weren't really doing that. 138 billion, I guess, by the year of 2049. That's not. There's no way that anybody has that kind of money to throw around in 1 year, unless not even to Zelensky. But of course, as we all keep hearing, Biden keeps trying to shovel more and more and more and more money to Zelensky. You know, you know the Bidens are invested over there too, so you don't want to lose what they have. Neither does, of course, BlackRock, which controls, you know, a lot of the decision making in the United States government, and the defense contractors, all that sort of thing. But you know, they don't care, the defense contractors, which weapons and all that get destroyed, because that's what they want, because they want to keep making more, you know, more jobs, more money, blah 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 blah. So, and there was a recent interview, and it was filmed on video. I don't know if it was broadcast over radio. It was Boris Johnson sitting at a table, you know, and talking with some people. So he's trying to stay relevant too. I guess maybe he misses that when he went to Zelensky, and because Zelensky, he can get some good stuff. You know, he's got a lot of money, boy. He can get some good stuff, you know. So, and I think Boris Johnson wants to get back over there. Maybe Zelensky's not making enough trips to the UK, you know, with all of his properties over there. So I talked about that in the last video, Baker Street and all that, you know, Sherlock Holmes. But anyway, Boris Johnson, at least he admitted, you know, it's really amazing about some people like Hillary Clinton, when she admitted some of these dastardly things, you know, like that they virtually, to my mind, she admitted that they killed Gaddafi. We killed him. And she's admitted a lot of other things, that Al-Qaeda is an asset of the United States. That was amazing when she said that. And I think that's on video as well. And a lot of things. I don't even remember all the crazy stuff, because she's kind of irrelevant right now. She's still in the background, you know, with the Democratic Party, but I think I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't pay that much attention to her anymore. Some guy kind of staring at me over there. Maybe some kind of security. Wonder what this guy speaking English is running around here. You know, you never know. And I don't blame Belarus, you know, because, you know, it's not like the United States government are their friends, and when you see somebody speaking English, yeah, he's still watching me. I should show him. Okay, there he is over there, if you guys can see him. Okay, Boris Johnson, what he admitted is that it's a proxy war, that the United States and Great Britain and the West has a proxy war against Russia. So at least he admitted that. And one thing he also admitted, I remember, is he was talking on, and that was also on video, about Crimea, that they want Crimea. And that's what I've always been saying. I've been saying from the very beginning. And like I was saying, I'm surprised that most of the other, you know, really savvy people have not really mentioned that, because I'm sure they know. But obviously, Jeffrey Sachs, he admitted that. Maybe he's watching my videos. I don't know. Maybe he's one of the 80. No, I don't know. Sometimes I get more views than 80. But anyway, as you all know, I'm kind of shadow banned. You know, they're not going to cold call my videos for anybody to watch. So unless you're a subscriber, and a lot of subscribers don't even get the notifications, as I've been told. But that happens with a lot of people. If you have a channel and they don't send your subscribers any kind of a notification that you put up a new video. So anyway, that's about all I have to say today. How much is this? Oh, it's not too bad. I was thinking this is going to be like 45 minutes to 1 hour. It's 35 minutes about. Yes. So anyway, coming to an end. I'm going to see a naked guy over here. If you went to Brussels, you know, that's where the EU is at. You can get find a statue like this where the guy is actually peeing. Matter of fact, I wonder if this is a fountain. Let's see. Doesn't look like there's a little hole there. I don't know. Anyway, the mannequin piss in Belgium, Brussels. But this guy's got a pool in front of him too. Oh, we got some rain here. He's been drinking too much. I don't know. Anyway, so the angel, he's got some wings. So anyway, I thank you guys for joining me, and I showed you a little bit of something different, wide open space here, you know, got some, you know, a nice sea here. In the summertime, you can rent paddle boats, go around in here. Really nice. This is Nyamiga, if I didn't mention it already. And it's one of my favorite areas. If you go over, let's see, there's a church steeples over here. There's a different church. That's a Catholic church over there in one distance. If you can see two steeples, and then to the left, that's the Orthodox church, I believe. Where am I at here? There's two crosses. Oh, it's probably the Orthodox cross. They have a different cross on Orthodox churches. So, but anyway, not there, but over in the other part of it, there's some nice cafes, and there's shopping around this area. A lot of shopping, as you saw the Galleria, a place over there, hotels. You can do everything here. These are very expensive apartments up here, by the way, maybe because of the location. And there's some shops over there, furniture and all that. Price is very high. I think there's like maybe some Bentley car or something. There used to be some, you can buy some kind of like expensive cars. I don't know, Rolls Royce. It wasn't Rolls Royce. It was some kind of expensive stuff. Aston Martin. Even though they're maybe not that great of cars. But anyway, somebody's filming over there. Maybe I should, oh, okay, he's done. Okay, so you've seen it here, the Isle of Tears. I'm gonna get out of here and say goodbye to you guys. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, some of the videos aren't that great. I'm thinking this one might be, I don't know. Maybe the way I talk sometimes. I put a lot of ums and ers and buts and you know what I means and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, so I don't know. I was trying to make videos only on Fridays, but you know, a lot of crazy things going up, and it's very easy now with this cell phone. I can just in a couple minutes I can just start uploading it to YouTube instead of you know, as long as I don't make any weird stuff like sneezing like I did in one, you know. But I'm not going to edit it out because I don't want to spend the time. You know, you edit it, you do one thing, you do take some, say if you have two videos, you put them together, then it takes like an extra half an hour just to put the two together. Really stupid. And with this, if I just make one all at one time and just upload it, you know, don't waste any time. Okay, so for the third time probably, thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Have a good weekend.